What's up guys, ChasingLamely here with another episode of the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge, and today I think we're just going to play Chelsea. I was going to do a double header, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Before we get into that as well, some exciting news. I'm doing a sub giveaway. That's right guys. I'll give you more details just a second after the intro, but get ready to sub. Okay guys, I said I was going to do a sub giveaway, and here it is. It's a very simple one. I have, by pure random chance, got a copy of FIFA 18 on Xbox One to give away. I already owned a copy, another one randomly arrived in the post. I'm not going to question it, but because I already own a copy, I'm going to give the second one away. And what we're going to do is we're going to give it 2 weeks. You've got 2 weeks to get your sub in, or to tell your friends to get their sub in, or whatever you want to do. Whenever we hit either 100 subs or that 2 week time is up, I will go through the sub list and I will give one of them a copy of FIFA 18. It's really that simple. So hit the sub button now if you want a chance of winning. You have to make sure your subs are public though. I need to be able to see that you've subbed for you to be able to win it, because I can't give it to you if your profile is private, because I can't contact you. And obviously you need to have an Xbox One, because otherwise you've just got a disc with no purpose. But yeah, that's the sub giveaway. I will mention it on videos for the next couple of weeks for anyone who might just happen to miss this episode. But get in there, tell your friends. You can use the sharing on Facebook and whatnot buttons to make sure people know, because hey, if you can get all your friends and family to sub and none of them want to play FIFA, they'll just have to give it to you. It's awful. That's the cheap plug for the giveaway. Let's get on with playing some football. Today we're playing Chelsea, but we've had a few games, as you can see, since we last met. We last played Tottenham and Arsenal here, where we got through to the Carabao Cup final. Lost to Arsenal, bit of a downer to end the episode on. Next episode we came back, we played Bournemouth at Anfield. We won 1-0. Nathaniel Klein picked up a knock, but it was nothing too serious. Danny Ings gets the goal. Pretty good way to bounce back. We then played Huddersfield away in the Premier League. 2-1 win. Danny Sturridge gets both the goals. Abdelhamid Sabiri got the goal for Huddersfield. Pretty solid game. No one played spectacularly well. Sturridge's rating was largely because he got the goals, as we all know. Coutinho, sort of redeemed himself a little bit after the last video by putting in a decent performance there. And then we played Ipswich in the FA Cup third round. I went pretty much full strength, as much as the injuries would allow. Obviously in the Arsenal game we picked up just injuries galore. Players have started to come back into the side now, so I can at least start with 3 up front, which I tried to do. I think it was in the Bournemouth game. Yeah, it was in the Bournemouth game. I tried to start with 3 up front. I had to use Mo Salah in that kind of more creative central role that we've been using a false 9 or a trequartista for. My God, he's awful up front. But yeah, Ipswich 3-0, as you can see. Goals from Danny Ings, Danny Sturridge and Giovinco. Perfect performance from the front three. Giovinco continues to impress, and we're hoping for more of the same today. With that said, he won't be starting. Yeah. So here we look at the preview. We're both on strong form. They're second, we're 8th, they're evens. They're favourites at evens. That's pretty much what you expect. In terms of, in fact, we've just finished the transfer window since we last did the transfer window thing. Sorry, since we last met. Apologies, but I'm getting a bit of a cold, so my voice is a bit weird. As you can see, we brought in 2 loans. That was essentially in response to the fact that we've got a small defensive injury crisis at the moment in terms of one of the centre halves is out. Matip is injured, so on deadline day I panicked a little bit. I brought in Zagadou on loan from Borussia Dortmund. He looks alright. He is there just as backup, but he looks like he'll do a job if we need him to. You know, he's got good jumping, good strength, good tackling, decent marking. He might find his way into the team. And Mukhtar Diakabi, again, pretty much the same reasons. Good at all the same things, though slightly better at headering. He comes in from Lyon. That was essentially the incomings. It wasn't too big a transfer window apart from the guys we saw at the start that we'd already arranged. In terms of players leaving, we've sent out a lot of guys on loan over the transfer window, as you can see. Matty Virtue's loan was pretty much just extended. Jan Danda, Cameron Brannigan and Rafael Camacho have gone to Wigan, who are our partner club, as is Adam Lewis. Harvey White, I think we saw briefly, gone to North Ferriby. It's pretty much his level. He just kind of came into the team, I think, for one game just to fill a gap. Brooks Lennon's off to Chesterfield to develop. Liam Miller's gone to Newport County to develop before we probably sell him on at the end of the season. Woodburn and Phillips have gone. Lovren you knew had gone because I mentioned it was big news, but I'm here now on the screen. Dominic Solanke's gone to Cardiff. Rian Brewster's gone to Rotherham. So Mignolet completed his transfer to Spartak Moscow. They had a really weird window. Picked up two guys beginning of their window. Obviously I wasn't surprised that Mignolet went because I sold him. Victor Moses has gone too. Bit of a weird signing for them, really, isn't it? I'm surprised Chelsea sold him. Victor Moses has gone there, and then Bobby Adekanye, who's a guy who got really big hopes for us, made the weird, or seemingly weird transfer to Europa in the Gibraltar First Division. His level at the moment is conference level, according to all my coaches. They all agree he's a conference level player. The top flight of Gibraltar is more or less on a par with the conference, maybe slightly below, but he's still playing good amount of football. Hopefully, although they seem to play with a 3-4-3, and I'm not sure where he fits in that, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. Yeah, they're top of the league. They are, I think, running away with it actually. Well, they're 4 points clear, game in hand, so they should win the title. So it's nice for him to get a medal at this stage in his career. Also, if you look at their history, this window, the season in general has been pretty good to them. And there's a few guys there you might recognise if you've been playing FM a while. Freddie Yao was at Burnley. It's not a bad signing. I think Arthur Worry was at Yeovil. There we go. Decent signing for them. They've made some strong signings. But what struck me was that in the window, obviously they came in they got Jordan Perez, who's the best goalkeeper in Gibraltar. Jordan Slew's come in from Rochdale, a good signing for that level. They've got David Sesse in on loan from Watford. Obviously brought Adi Kanye from us. They've got Mamadou Kone in from Brighton too. They're making some big moves. It'd be interesting to sort of keep half an eye on them if they're going to keep coming in for our players. Maybe they're on a bit of a quest to make a statement. They don't seem to have had a takeover of any kind. They seem really ambitious. So we'll see how he does whilst he's out on loan. Anyway, aside from that, nothing really to mention. Our finances are still. It should hopefully repair itself by the end of the season with prize money though, so I'm not going to worry too much. And our board still like us. We're very secure. Weirdly, I keep getting messages from people in the interview questions in the media, people being like, "Oh, there's rumours that you're about to be fired because of so," and I'm like, no. The board are quite happy with what I'm doing. If you look at the dynamics, which is where they're getting this from, it's a bit of a broken thing on the system actually this year. The managerial support is low, which is why they're saying I've lost the dressing room. Bear in mind, when we started, we were down here somewhere, but we're winning games, and they start to like us. And that's kind of what this is all about. I haven't dealt with these yet. Clavan's playing, so he should be okay. Firmino wants to leave for a club with a stronger squad, and whatever. I think our team's pretty strong. We've come from 19th to 8th in the Premier League. last I checked, and everything, 16th in sight. I haven't actually picked a team yet. I usually pick a team before we come on. Let's see what the assistant manager said. That'll do. That's pretty much the team I would have picked, I think, maybe with Diaz instead of Gomez. And Markovic is a player I don't really have a use for. He'll probably end up getting sold. Yeah. Let's lose Robertson from the bench too. We will put, if I can find him, Diaz there temporarily because he'll go into the side. And Eiting, when I find him on this list, which is, I don't know why my list has gone all weirdly. If anyone knows how to fix this, please let me know, because it's really annoying. Really, really annoying. I think that's pretty much it. I do kind of want to have Milner on the bench. We're gonna sacrifice the keeper so I can have Milner on the bench. There we go. So that's today's starting lineup. We're going with the 4-1-2-3, the 4-5-1 formation that we've played before. It's our standard away formation. On counter, Casillas in goal. Let's make that swap before I get into the defence, because that's a good idea. There we go. So Klein, Diaz, Klavan and Johnny at the back. Emre Can holding midfielder. Henderson and Wijnaldum in front of him. The wings, Salah and Coutinho. We've seen that before. Danny Sturridge up front, because the man is a beast. He's on fire. Let's see what we can do against Chelsea, because I'd like to keep this run of form going. Like I said, we're currently 8th in the Premier League. I'll show you the table when we get into it, the bright screens. I think we're within a couple of points of 7th, and maybe 7 points of 5th off the top of my head. As you can see, there's so much prep that goes into this. All the assistant manager doing nothing. There we go. Into the tunnel. What's the tunnel interview going to say? It's a big day. How much to look for? I always forget Chelsea are considered rivals to Liverpool on here. Tremendous occasion. Why not? We'll go with that. It's a competitive rival rather than a local historic one, which is what confuses me. Let's have a quick pause just because I can show you the league table from here. Revolution. So there you go. That's the top of that. We're currently 7th at the start of play, but I think that's just because Liverpool aren't playing. Stoke are just above us in 6th, so it's achievable that we could finish above them today with a win, but they've still got to play. This is the early game on the Saturday, so that could chop and change as the day progresses. We're only 8 points shy of Spurs in 5th, which is not bad. I guess 7. We're 8 points shy of Spurs in 5th. We started 19th. We looked like we were, the team looked like they were in trouble and we took over. But maybe we can push them into, dare I say it, the Champions League. It's 13 points. We've got 9 games to play. I did the maths in my head then. 9 games to play. It's not impossible. It's tight, but it's not impossible. We'll see how it goes. One step at a time. We'll play the Chelsea game. The next episode, we are only going to go game by game for the next few games, just so I can get these episodes ready, because I go back to uni on Monday. So I want to get a bit ahead of myself, so I've got time to study like a good boy. But yeah, we're obviously playing Chelsea today. Celtic is our next game in the first knockout stage of the Champions League. There was a slight Belotti gets a cross in. Casillas did. Come on, what was that? I was like, oh no, this won't come to anything. It's just a bit of a highlight. But Willian's got a ball through to Belotti. Belotti's found the cross, which he should never have had space for. Casillas has waved his hands at it a bit. Pedro's passed to Hazard, who's had an open goal. Brilliant. That's what we need. Yeah, we've got the Champions League coming out. There was a slight bit of. It was like 4:30 in the morning. I was like, I'll hit auto select because it usually puts all your new signings in your Champions League squad. You know, because it understands you want your best players in the Champions League. Obviously, Casillas is cup tied. Didn't pick Ruben Diaz. Yeah, smart. So we're gonna have to. How has that gone in? That's unbelievably poor. Hazard's picked up the ball out wide. He's curled in the near post. Apparently, Belotti lost the ball to Clavan's tackle, whom Clavan put it in. That's unbelievably awful. We're only 8 minutes down, and we're 2-0 down, and we're scoring for brilliant. Yeah, so we're relying on Matip, Gomez and Clavan to be our centre halves for the rest of the Champions League. Imagine my joy. We're not connecting with crosses. Okay, that's fine. Williams just walked through everybody. This defence is awful today. I thought we'd shaken this off. I thought we'd got over our kind of fear of defending. We've been really solid at the back the last few games. You know, we've only conceded, what, 1 goal in the last 3 and 4 in the last 5 or something stupid. But they've just fallen apart. If we can do something here, Wijnaldum finds Coutinho, who just does nothing with it because he's Coutinho. Definitely, I think, going to get rid of Coutinho at the end of the season because he just doesn't look good ever. Henderson finally mans up, but Klein decides to go round the houses and give it back to Chelsea. Williams cleans through. Again, he's going to run through our entire defence and take a shot because they apparently... God, just watch him. Williams getting too much... No shit. You're supposed to be Premier League defenders, boys. Emre Can's supposed to be a top-class defensive midfielder. How is Willian being allowed to run around like there's no one there? I don't know. I don't know. On the plus side, though, it's me. It's Mario at right back. Anyway, there you go. There's a blast from the past. Showed my age. Good times. As the game ticks by, we're still not really getting into it. We've had a couple of shots and nothing on target. Or is there just raining goals in? Just making it rain. And I kind of want to see more out of us. I don't know what the analysis is saying now, probably telling me that my defence are awful. Our midfield is being outnumbered by Chelsea's midfield. Okay. Well, that's to be expected when they've effectively got a 6-man midfield. I'm not going to adjust for a 6-man midfield, that's ridiculous. Especially since I don't have anyone that can do that. We have to try and retain possession. Sometimes I read these messages that come up, like, we have to try and retain possession. I just think, no. Like, this is stuff football... You shouldn't have to tell footballers at this level that. Coutinho swings it over, Hazard clears it to Kante. They're going to hit us on the break now, because that's just what they do. Christensen finds Hazard. Hazard again, through our entire team like they're not there. They're just not paying attention. I don't know why. Emre Can needs to ease off tackles. I mean, I don't know what tackles he's easing off. This is the question. He's not making tackles. This is really poor. Just everything about this performance so far has been poor. The defenders frankly need a slap. But there isn't a slap all your defenders option in the team talks. I mean, I want to go to the 4-3-3. I trust the 4-3-3 more. It does mean using 2 subs though, because Salah can't do any of the roles in the 4-3-3 at all, despite the fact he claims to be able to play as a striker. It's a lot of defenders playing badly. The assistants tried to fire him up, but Johnny just looks like he doesn't care, which is always pleasant. Let's see if we'll give them 15 minutes. We'll see if they're fired up enough to try and get themselves back into the game. Because really, we shouldn't be performing this badly. We just shouldn't. And we're not having Emre Can on the pitch on a yellow card in the first place, because he's proven before he's a liability. He likes to get himself sent off. You know, he won't work a full shift. A decent number of shots, but that long range effort, brilliant, and work the ball into the box. I don't know what. There should be an option just to have the assistant manager fix stuff for you too, like the stuff that's blatantly obvious. But you know, I'm not a game designer. I'm sure Salah's one of the fittest players on the field. I don't want to make a change to a 4-3-3, take him off. And there's other players who are tired, or like I already have to take off Chan for Henderson. David Luiz with a sliding tackle on Sturridge. Christian, they're going to build from the back now. Kante, one of them's going to find Cahill, or Willian, who's going to walk all the way through us. Sorry, Hazard or Willian. Yeah, Hazard's got the ball. It's 1 man on 5. How are you finding Belotti? How is he? Tell me, lads. How is he getting through? Like, why are you so fundamentally unable to mark an opponent? We're with team instruction to get stuck in. They didn't listen anyway. Screw it. I'm making the big decision now. Sturridge to Poacher. We'll take Coutinho off for Ings. Emre Can will give a little bit of time to... That's going to be an error now I've said that. I shouldn't have thought it, let alone said it out loud. Salah can play at false 9. It's not the best form of the formation, but it's the best option I've got right now, especially if I don't want to make any rash changes. Hopefully Danny Ings can come on, he can look lively, inspire something. Anything, quite frankly. I know our midfield's being outnumbered. It's because I went from 5 to 3. That's how that works. We're going to throw in. Johnny finds Danny Ings. Danny Ings is messing around with it, so Johnny's going to pass it through to Wijnaldum, and now Willian's through. Belotti's got the ball. We've made a tackle straight to Willian, who's going to complete the job of running through. Hazard and Belotti are making things happen today. Well, there's a surprise. They're making things happen all day. This is so poor. So poor. We're 4-0 down now. That's one of the most disastrously poor defensive displays I've seen in a long time. Belotti rises above our entire team to get his second. Our entire team. That's not even funny. Like, that's just unacceptable. We're going to take off Emre Can because he has by default just been doing nothing. Bring on Milner. He can go out to play Mathala. Wijnaldum can go into his advanced playmaker role, because we can't possibly do less to create chances at this point. Giovinco comes on as a trequartista, and hopefully he'll prove to me I should have started with him. In my head, when we were going into this, I was thinking I should be playing Giovinco, and I didn't, and I don't know why. As Pilaqueta's found Hazard, they're going to go to 5-0 now. You watch this. As Pilaqueta finds Kante, Kante to... Oh, Johnny Otto breaks up the play. Danny Ings is through. Straight at Courtois. Oh, there was a time to spark a comeback, boys. It's about now. And rapidly, please. They've brought on Alonso and Morata. At least Williams off the field now. That's a small mercy. It's not going to make it any easier for us. I'm going to go to overload just because we've nothing to lose. Bakayoko finds Marcus Alonso. Morata's got the ball. What's Morata going to do? Back to Bakayoko. Kante. They're just waiting for an opportunity to pick us open. There we go. Alonso's round the back because no one's watching him. Belotti completes his hat-trick for 5-0. And this monumentally poor defensive performance is complete. I really don't want to do it. I can't possibly pull my back four back any further without them being sat on the goal line. And let's face it, they can't do anything useful when they're stood anywhere else. I don't want them on the goal line in Casillas' way. It's such a shockingly bad defensive performance. Danny Sturridge is doing nothing, despite being the man in form up front. Just the whole performance, top to bottom, has been appalling, probably including mine. Like, you guys are probably watching this thinking, yeah, I could have turned that around. Unfortunately, I didn't have the luxury of you managing the team. 2 minutes added on. Courtois is going to play it out to Cahill. They're just going to smash the ball forward against another smash and grab. Alonso to Bakayoko. Belotti, he's pretty much through already. Started to give it away to Morata. Morata with a cross. Hazard puts it away. Oh no, he doesn't. It's gone wide. The one shot they've had today on target or anywhere near the target that hasn't gone in. It's just such a bad performance. And Johnny's going to pick up a booking. Oh, he doesn't pick up a booking. They've got a free kick. Hazard puts it over into the box. Diaz has read it well, apparently, for the first time. Giovinco finds Sturridge. Sturridge over the top to Cahill. And now they're on the break. Hazard through to Belotti. Belotti's put Morata clean through. And Morata shoots like Stevie Wonder when it should have been 6. Such a let-off. We've gone to Stamford Bridge in a game that's classed as a derby, which means the board are going to be pissed, the fans are going to be pissed, I'm going to be pissed. I mean, the performance was disappointing, or we should let sometimes it's the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge. You know what's coming. It's going to be the hairdryer. I'm far from pleased with that result. You look stressed, Johnny, do you? Do your job better. Just an idea. Do your job better. Keep them out. Don't stand around like a twat. I know you've been our best defender. In all fairness, you have been our best defender. But a 6.4 is utter crap. Oh, God. Danny Sturridge looks fired up. If he'd reacted badly, he'd have been fined in the worst way. That's just so poor. So poor. And we've got the Champions League coming up, and that's what really hurts, is we've got the Champions League coming up. We're playing Celtic. On paper they should be easily beatable, but then I get a performance like that and I don't know what to do with myself. Danny Ings has told how I kept them locked in the dressing room following that defeat, revealed that I was absolutely furious, and let them know in no uncertain terms how unhappy I was. Yeah. As much as occasionally I swear, and I'm aware it's usually when stuff like this has gone wrong, if I'd had the little typey option you get with press conferences, this thing, sailors would have learned new swearing. That was that bad. I'm really trying not to fully unleash just how angry I am by when a performance like that happens. It was just so poor. Just so poor. God damn it. Right. We're going to come back and play Celtic in tomorrow's video. I'm going to go and talk like a loon to the press. You can see there, by the way, Diaz unregistered. Oxlade-Chamberlain unregistered, was just a victim of me having too many players that could play on the wings. Unfortunately, he wasn't happy at being left out, but you know, we talked it through. It's the old Brian Clough quote. We had a disagreement, we sat through, we talked it out, and we decided I was right. Iron fist. We're doing a bit Fergie, a bit Cloughy. Why not, right? That's going to be today's video, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Do not forget, we have the sub goal prize thing. Win a copy of FIFA 18 on the Xbox One. I'll mail it to you. You might even get a lovely note. Might draw you a picture. There might be some fun stuff comes with it. Who knows? So hit the sub button. Tell your friends to hit the sub button. Tell your friends' friends to hit the sub button. Tell your family, your grandmother's dog, your neighbours. The faster we get to this 100 sub goal, the faster one of you will be getting a copy of FIFA 18. In fact, let's see who's paying attention, who watched the end of the video, who didn't just hear about a giveaway and go, I'm a sub to that. Show me you've been watching in the comments to this video. And when I say show me you've been watching, I want to know let me find a question without giving it away. I want you to tell me who your favourite one of the young players we've used so far is. And by young players, I mean the guys either who've come through the Liverpool youth system or the young guys we signed in January. I want you to tell me who your favourite of those guys is and why in the comments. It won't guarantee you the prize, but what I will do is if I see you're a sub and I see you've commented with your favourite young player from the Liverpool series so far below, I'll chuck your name in the hat one more time. How's that? There we go, guys. Also, I'm obviously going to mention because I like to give you guys extra chances to win without you having to give me Patreon money, although if you want to, do it. As extra chances to win as well, give me a follow on Twitter, @ChasingLamely. I will put the giveaway up there, obviously. If you share it, if you retweet it, and I know who you are from the subs, so make sure you tell me what you subbed at, retweet it, comment with your name on YouTube. Let me see that you've subbed, and that'll get you an extra name in the hat too. There you go, can't say fairer than that. So already a chance to get your name in the hat 3 times just by subbing, telling me your favourite young player and giving it a retweet on Twitter. I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm taking advantage of the FIFA 18 copy to get a bit of free, publicity. But at the end of the day, one of you guys wins a copy of FIFA. It's a win-win. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Until next time, have a good one.